Hello everyone, my name is Alina Domnicăi. I'm a trainer and a communication expert working in an NGO from Suceava, Romania called Bucovina Institute. And this video is realized within the Erasmus Plus project called WOMIN, Women Are In, Skills and Competencies for Work and Entrepreneurship, which is dedicated to vulnerable women from the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Romania, Lithuania, and Turkey. In the next minutes, you will find out some interesting facts about communication that will, from my point of view, be useful for the women who want to develop their entrepreneurship competencies. We will start our session with a quote. If you can dream it, you can do it, said Walt Disney. We can all see how successful the entrepreneur has become in time. Communication represents perhaps the most important skill in becoming a successful entrepreneur. Without an effective communication, great ideas stay locked in entrepreneurial minds. But what is communication? With a simple search on the internet, we can observe that the word communication has a lot of different definitions. During an online training with experts within the Women Project, we asked them what is communication, and on the screen you can see the results. We can immediately observe some of the answers like listening, interaction, understanding, body language, conversation, getting connected, people, empathy, process, words, gestures, link, friendship, and so on. In fact, these are some of the keywords that can introduce us in our topic. But now let's go deeper in the world of communication. How do people communicate? According to a series of studies on nonverbal communication realized in 1970 by Professor Albert Mehrabian from the University of California, Los Angeles, also author of Silent Messages, 7% of any message is conveyed through words, 38% through certain vocal elements, and 55% through nonverbal elements, such as facial expressions, gestures, postures, etc. The rule is known by its author's name or the rule of 73855. Although only 7% is represented by verbal communication or what we literally say, we should take into consideration that the words can be an inspiration or a motivation for the others. Choosing the right words ensures that the message is delivered correctly and adds credibility to your speech. I will give you some suggestions in this regard. Be clear, be explicit, give examples, tell stories, avoid redundancies, avoid awkward, vague, unclear words. Improve your vocabulary and adapt it to your audience. The tone of your voice is also important because it helps you deliver emotion during your speech. Every person has its own way of expressing, but you should take into consideration the following. Set a positive tone. Be collaborative and do not interject. Body language has the highest impact on communication, including posture, facial expressions, gestures, and also plays a crucial role at job interviews in your career but also in your everyday life. It is said that the first impression is made in less than 10-30 seconds and it's strongly influenced by body language. Regarding the communication channels in entrepreneurship, and not only, they can be categorized in two parts by formality and by means of communication. Based on formality, there are three types of communication channels: formal, informal, and unofficial. Formal communication may include business plans, strategies, annual reports, agreements, workplace safety guidelines, procedures. Informal communication can represent conversations between coworkers at the office, and the unofficial ones are related to the communication outside the workplace or that is not related to work. Based on the means, we can talk about three main means of communication in entrepreneurship. And we have digital communication, such as online tools that people use to stay connected, emails, internal platforms, etc. We have face to face communication, and we also have written communication that can be represented by announcements, memos, letters, etc. I propose now that we focus on the communication skills that make an entrepreneur successful. There is a clear necessity for always improving the skills because having good communication skills will help an entrepreneur to better present a project, to better conduct a training, or even just to have a dialogue with a partner or collaborator. And an effective communicator can build his career easily. We selected the most important ones, and you can see them listed now on the screen. We have conversing. Do not underestimate it. A small talk can turn into business opportunity. Body language. Mastering your body language is important because most of our communication is nonverbal. Writing. As an entrepreneur, you will be writing people inside and outside your business regularly. Presenting. As an entrepreneur, you will be presenting in different places. You may conduct meetings in your organization or you may present your services to an interested buyer. In all the situations, you must bring clarity, conciseness, and confidence. Negotiating is more than just using the right words. It employs timing, a knowledge of the right facts, and the ability to remain confident throughout the process. Mediating. There will be times when you must step up and resolve a conflict, and you'll have to acknowledge both sides and help them work out their own problems. Debating. You will be dealing with investors, partners, or employees, and this skill can help you elucidate your ideas with greater strength and clarity. Leading. As an entrepreneur, you'll have to inspire to build confidence, trust, and passion in your team. And last but not least, listening. This might be the most important skill because active listening will help you to converse, debate, lead, negotiate, or mediate. But during this session, we want to give our full attention to two of the skills mentioned before: public speaking and body language. What is public speaking? Public speaking is the process of communicating information to a live audience. The type of information communicated is deliberately structured to inform, persuade, and entertain. Public speaking is one of the most important skills that an individual can learn. Public speaking is a very important skill to be acquired and developed by a future entrepreneur too. Public speaking can attract opportunities. Public speaking can change your mindset. Public speaking creates confidence and inspires others. In other words, during meetings, the public speaking represents an important chance to inspire, inform, persuade your audience about a certain idea or to give an impression about your company or business. Opportunities arise around public speaking all the time. Trying to change your mindset over time from I can't do this to I can and I will help you in reaching the success. Delivering a successful speech requires some specific skills such as clear articulation. Of course, public speakers must be able to speak well. That includes enunciating, speaking loudly enough, and using proper grammar without a lot of verbal crutches such as engaging presentation style, vocal tone, body language, facial expressions, and timing. That right style can make a talk that could have been boring to become exciting and engaging. Assessing the needs of the audience. Some of the audiences want a lot of technical details, others don't. Some will enjoy humor, others won't. There are jokes that work in some crowds but not in others. Composition skills and storytelling. Whether you prepare your talk ahead of time or not, you must be able to construct talks that are rational, coherent, and easy to understand. Besides these skills, you should know some tips to become a better speaker, and we considered some of them. Know your audience. Organize your material before the speech. Watch for feedback and adapt to it. Let your personality come through. Use humor, tell stories, and use effective language. Maintain eye contact with the audience. Grab attention at the beginning. Close with a dynamic end and be yourself. Also, deliver your speech by limiting your talk to one major idea. By giving people a reason to care, by building your idea with familiar concepts, and by making it worth sharing. Yes, for some of you, public speaking might cause anxiety and negative emotions. But you are not the only one. Almost 75% of the population is affected by this. Glossophobia refers to a strong fear of speaking in front of a group of people. Oftentimes, relaxation techniques such as meditation or deep breathing are recommended. Other lifestyle modifications may include your physical exercise or practicing your public speaking more often. These lifestyle changes are meant to help reduce the emotional, mental, and physical symptoms of glossophobia by increasing the focus, encouraging positive coping mechanisms, and promoting overall health and wellness. According to the specialists, these reactions are normal, but there are some methods to overcome this fear. Firstly, you should practice and prepare until you get comfortable with your materials. Also, you should keep it short if it's your first speech. Remember to breathe. And last but not least, do not forget that no one expects you to be perfect. From the public speaking, the body language says a lot about a person. Through our posture, facial expressions, and hand gestures, we communicate our feelings and intentions. Eye contact, for example, can show if you are engaged and active listening or not. The right amount of eye contact is also a crucial element of nonverbal communication. Lip biting can mean insecurity. Through the head nods, you show to the person in front of you that you agree with his or her message or that you are listening. On the other hand, placing the head in the hands can demonstrate your boredom or the fact that you are not interested. Moreover, by having an open posture, you show your friendliness and confidence, while having crossed arms or legs can indicate discomfort or defensiveness. Keeping your hands in your pockets is also not recommended. This would not be an appropriate image to present to a potential partner. From the point of view of experienced entrepreneurs, touching your face is not a good sign either, meaning that this gesture can be an indicator that you are dishonest. Let's go now to the learning styles. What is a learning style? Learning styles are our learning preferences. How do you like to learn? The VARC questionnaire will help you to find out what are your learning preferences. The VARC model was designed by Neil Fleming in 1987. In this model, Fleming developed a way to help students learn more about their preferences. VARC comes from visual, auditory, reading and writing, and kinesthetic. For an entrepreneur, learning style identification or recognition may help him or her to understand his or her weaknesses and strengths, but also to adapt to the audience. Visual learners usually prefer to have concepts presented to them by visual means. It could be in front of maps, in the form of maps, diagrams, images, charts, etc. They prefer to highlight with different colors, use a lot of connectors, take organized notes. They learn more when they get to see what they are learning. If you try to picture things in your head when you come across a piece of information, you could be a visual learner. Auditory persons learn better by listening to the information. They understand better through oral presentations, discussions, exchanging of ideas. They can grasp the knowledge by being attentive in lectures. Reading and writing learners rely on written words to retain information. Some of them write to or rewrite their notes to prepare for an exam or for a speech. They learn by reading about the concepts. They are working better with handouts and written notes. And last but not least, kinesthetic learners. Uh, they learn better through hands on learning opportunities. They want to be actively involved in doing things when they are learning. Performing experiments and solving real life problems help them in better understanding. Knowing about your learning style can bring you a series of personal and professional benefits. Personal benefits increases your self confidence, improves your self image, teaches you how to use your brain best, gives you insight into your strengths, weaknesses, and habits, enables you to enjoy any learning process, inspires greater curiosity and motivation for lifelong learning, shows you how to take advantage of your natural skills and inclinations. Regarding the professional benefits, enables you to stay up to date professionally, gives you an edge over your competitors, allows you to manage teams more effectively, guides you in delivering effective presentations to diverse audiences, improves your persuasive and sales skills, helps you to improve cooperation among colleagues, translates learning power into earning power. And last but not least, I put here some useful resources for you, resources that we use during this presentation, but also further reading. And also, you have a link for the VARC questionnaire if you want to find out what your learning style is. And also, if you like to find out more about WOMIN Project, we have a Facebook page called WOMIN Project, and also a website www.womaneu.com, where we have information about our project, our objectives, our partnership, meetings, and activities. Thank you for being with me. I hope you enjoyed this session. Goodbye.